The transition is been. I mean, if
Yeah.
you were in the early '90s and everything, it was still you went on the road to promote the album, and everybody made a living off of album sales, which we
Yeah.
know is not the case anymore.
Yeah.
It's completely flipped on its head.
Yeah.
Where do you see things going in the next few years, both as an industry and for yourself?
Well, I just got signed to a really great record company. We're in the last stages of the agreement, so I can't really
Right.
say what label it is. But it's a substantial rock label, and they have they have a lot of other really well-known artists that they have been with for years, and I couldn't be any happier about that. So, they still, we make our records fairly cheap, so, I don't think there's going to be a lot of, the internet and all that is one thing, but it's also a way for kids to instantly, when I wanted to go to find out about U2 or one of my favorite bands when I was a little kid, like when I was 14, there's one place. You went to the record store.
Yep.
Or you went to a library, and that was it. And
Yep.
the library didn't have anything but like some magazines. So you got magazines, and you listened to the radio, and you went to record stores. Now people hear something, and they can Shazam it. So there's a lot of benefits with the internet, and we just have to find a way to use the music as a means to support all of it.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we have to write music that like gets on the radio. Radio's still a huge part of it. So I don't know. We make records fairly inexpensively now, and we try and we're a band that's obviously self-sustaining on the road and everything like that. So the label just really has to promote the music, and the other stuff takes care of itself, because we're probably going to go on tour with bigger bands and play in front of bigger audiences because our record's doing really well on radio.
Right.
And so it all kind of works together. And
Yeah, it's a symbiosis.
yeah. So I'm lucky enough. Honestly, it's pretty insane. Hey Man, Nice Shot was a song that was a hit. It was 14th on the modern rock charts. Okay, 14th. It never made it to number 1. It never made it to the top 10. It's 14, and the record went platinum.
There you go.
So that gives you an idea of how totally fucking crazy it is now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. There's a guy named Skrillex that who is insanely genius, amazing genius musician that sets up his Mac over there, and he's already working on a record. So it's we're finding a way. It's whether or not it's one dude in his computer, or if it's a band, or if it's everybody kind of the cream rises to the top. So.
Well, and you really are. I think we're still in that point where we're kind of making it up as we go along. Things have changed so much, and you've got to be open to opportunities. You've got to be looking ahead, to see what's coming down the road, and be flexible and be able to adapt.
Yeah. And just remember, it literally is all about the song.
Absolutely. It always has been, and it's nice to be able to get back to that point. Real quickly, what's your rig?
My rig right now is a Black Star amplifier with a Zoom G5 and Schecter guitars that are custom made. I made these crazy Telecasters with, Seymour Duncan pickups, and then a lipstick pickup, and then this one sustainer pickup, and it's made out of Koa, and hang on, and it's made out of Koa and Bird's Eye Maple. So it's Schecter, Black Star, and Zoom.
Awesome.
And those are my go-to. And I've been using Zoom for like 20 years.
Yeah.
In fact, the actual bass tone for Dose is a Zoom. A little Zoom thing that was 20 years ago.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, thanks for spending the time. I know you're busy, and
You got it.
have a great show.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
man.
much. We're gonna.